Thank you, Mr. President, and my colleagues. I rise this afternoon in order to pay tribute to this coalition in celebration of Russian American History Month. So, my colleague Luis, Senator Sepulveda, mentioned how important it is that we recognize the cultural diversity of our great country. And obviously, you have two individuals here that I know personally and I've worked with previously because both of them live in my district in Northern Manhattan. And that is Olga Satsapina and Julio Rodriguez. And they are the ones that are founders of the Russian American Cultural Heritage Center. And when I was a member of the City Council, we had events up in Inwood Hill Park in order to celebrate the cultural diversity that they bring. But I reflect on our shared cultural heritage between American and Russian people, and there are some names in which my colleague mentioned that have shaped the way we think about how we laugh and how we enjoy many of the things. So my daughter is a dancer, and George Balanchine was one of the greatest choreographers ever. And his move to New York in 1930 brought new life to American ballet and musical stage. And obviously, my colleague mentioned Yul Brynner and Kirk Douglas, two great actors in stage and screen. And Douglas, if you're not aware, was a native of Amsterdam, New York, with parents from Belarus, and was famous for dozens of screen roles and for helping to break the Hollywood blacklist against political and union activists. And Brynner was born in Russia, brought us joy in his many academic award-winning roles. And obviously, George and Irwin Gershwin, sons of Brooklyn, New York, with Russian Jewish parents, helped create the great American songbook, and George's first classical work, Rhapsody in Blue, is still played before adoring audiences. But there are many, many others. The most important thing is I thank this coalition for coming together to communicate and educate all of us in celebrating April of this year as Russian American History Month. But finally, with that in mind, let me say that while there may be some clouds in the current relationship between the leaders of our countries, we will never forget the strong ties and friendships that bind us and the people together. And I thank the coalition for being up here today.